Prime Minister Narendra Modi is in Brazil for the BRICS summit, where the top agenda is going to be setting up of a BRICS bank. Our political editor Navika Kumar, who is in Fortaleza, caught up with MOS Finance Nirmala Sitharaman, where the minister spoke about the importance of the bank for the BRICS nations.
Ahead of India participating in the 6th BRICS summit in Fortaleza, Brazil, it's time to catch up with Minister of State for Finance Nirmala Sitharaman, who is representing India at the high table in the BRICS summit. Nirmala ji, there is a whole expectation that there will be a BRICS bank that will be set up, and India is playing a lead role. It's an Indian idea that is being negotiated here. What are your expectations of the BRICS bank being set up?
Our expectations are that there will be a consensus which will evolve. It is a very important step because countries like India, China, Brazil, South Africa, all of us need a long-term infrastructure investment related bank. And it is a major step because emerging countries, emerging economies do have issues about getting finance for their long-term infrastructure development. This idea, therefore, coming from India as it is, has been worked upon, and today it has reached a stage where all the countries, if they arrive at a conclusion, hopefully a consensus, will be a major step after the Bretton Woods scheme of things, which has been largely the financial framework with which the world has been moving. Now, with this kind of a step, emerging world will stand up for itself and have the strength to finance its own legitimate developmental activities.
Is India looking forward to hosting the bank in India, or the Chinese counterpart, which is saying that Shanghai should be the headquarters? What is India's expectations of the outcome?
Well, at this stage, to state something would certainly mean that we are influencing the dialogue. But ideally, it will be every country's desire, and so will it be India's also, to have it in India, because Delhi or India, any city in India has its natural advantages. English speaking, very skilled manpower. And if you look at the geographical position of all the BRICS countries, the 5 of them, India is very centrally located. And as it is, there are a lot of infrastructure, and there's a lot of media which is present in India, vibrant media. So these are the kind of things with which a headquarter can really make a big difference. But these are issues of negotiations. I do not want to give in or take out anything from the negotiating table, because that's the prerogative of the government to decide.
Also, the issue on the table is the shareholding pattern. India does not want economic strength or economic might of countries like China to dominate the shareholding pattern of this bank. Is it now a given that all countries, the 5 countries that are participating, Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa, will have equal equity participation in the bank, so that you're not once again in the Bretton Woods system of the World Bank or the IMF, where some countries have more weightage?
That's right. One of the very interesting point of negotiation is this, that all of us should have equal voting rights and we should be seen as equal partners. That's a major issue on which I think broad consensus is getting nearer.
The most important economic agenda for the 5-nation BRICS summit here in Brazil is the setting up of the BRICS New Development Bank. All the 5 participating countries, Brazil, India, China, South Africa and Russia, are looking forward to taking away something very, very tangible from the high table of discussions on the setting up of this new bank. As of now, there are 4 variables which are still being negotiated on what will be the name of the bank, where will it be located, what will be the shareholding pattern, and that is the most economic issue on which India says it's non-negotiable that China uses the economic weight of its own country as a stepping stone for the setting up of the bank. India already suffering from similar treatment as far as the World Bank Bank and the IMF are concerned, this time wants equal equity and shareholding pattern of all the 5 member countries into this bank. It is this that is going to be the cornerstone of what India achieves at the BRICS summit. If India gets through to the equal shareholding pattern, it will be a big yes for Narendra Modi and his diplomacy here in the BRICS summit. How this entire issue of the bank will be negotiated and where it will be headquartered are the other issues that are on the table. Clearly, it will be the diplomatic efficacy of the Ministry of External Affairs and the stamp of Narendra Modi on this that will determine the success of the BRICS Bank and Modi's first visit, choosing BRICS as the multilateral forum for joining the diplomatic high table of the West. Will Modi be able to deliver on that? That's the big question. In Fortaleza, Brazil, with camera person Himanshu Verma, Navika Kumar for Times Now.